Hi everyone. The scripture for today is from the book of Psalms, chapter 142. With my voice, I cry out to the Lord. With my voice, I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour out my complaint before him. I tell my trouble before him. When my spirit faints within me, you know my way. In the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for me. Look to the right and see. There is none who takes notice of me. No refuge remains to me. No one cares for my soul. I cry to you, O Lord. I say you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living. Attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison, that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. Our refuge. According to the superscription attached to Psalms 142, David wrote this psalm when he was hiding in a cave, no doubt because Saul was trying to kill him. In his dire circumstances, he sought refuge in the Lord. David had been anointed to be Israel's next king, and that was why Saul was jealous of him. Yet, even though David knew Saul was wrong for trying to kill him, he stayed faithful and refused to act violently toward the king appointed by God. However, it is clear in Psalms 142 that it was not easy for David to sit quietly in a cave and wait for redemption. He cried out to God and offered his complaints, but amidst of all his words, he never gave up faith, and he continually recognized that the Lord was his refuge and his portion. Verse 5. Jesus prayed a similar prayer in John 17, verse 1 to 5. In the hours before his arrest and crucifixion, Jesus cried out to God and prayed for God to be glorified in what he was about to do. Jesus showed incredible resolve and selflessness as he spent only 5 verses praying for himself, but 14 verses praying for his disciples, and another 7 for all future believers. Jesus was about to begin the hardest trial of his life, and his reaction was to seek refuge in his Father and to pray for others. In praying for future believers, Jesus provided encouragement for believers today to seek refuge in God as he himself did. David and Jesus both knew how important it was to seek refuge and safety in the Father through prayers, and believers are able to do the same amidst their own hardships. Even in the hardest situation of his life, Jesus remembered his followers. While it would have been easy for him to pray solely for himself, he took the time to pray for those around him and for those he knew would one day need his prayers. The example of David and Jesus are worth emulating, and they each show exactly what prayer should look like in times of crisis and need. I leave you with the scripture today. Actually, there's 2 scriptures that I leave you with. Ephesians 6 verse 18 says, praying at all times in the Spirit, with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints. And Psalms 46 verse 1 says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in troubles. If you're experiencing hardship right now, as believers, we can rely on God just like David and Jesus, you know. Thank you and have a great day. God bless.